Deciding whether a document should be translated by using a computer assistant tool or not depends much on the document format and also on the individual characteristics of each document. For instance, a PowerPoint document for being translated without a CAT tool needs to be clicked on each box and the text must be deleted and replaced and then another click in the note area in case the document has notes, and then another click for moving to the next section and clicking inside and checking everything in the document and clicking everywhere for finding out if everything was translated or not. However, by using a CAT tool, for instance, tag editor, will remove all the formatting informations or it will make them irrelevant, and all the text that is editable in the document will be inserted in the bilingual file and will create translation unit, and for this will also a translation memory will be used, and all the translation units that are pairs equivalent to a source sentence or title or sometimes word and its equivalent in the translation. Nevertheless, when translating a document, regardless its format, it is very important to consider the final form and formatting of the document that will be translated. And here is a very important characteristic of any CAT tool. All the tools will replace the original text with its translation. So if you have, for instance, an Excel document and the final desired format is to have the source on one column and the target on another column, by using a computer-assisted translation software that cannot be achieved directly, but the document needs to be prepared for getting this formatting, and sometimes it is simply not possible. So it's the case with documents that are supposed to be translated in columns. The same situation of tables applies. So if we use a CAT tool, the text in the source will be replaced by the target and not written in the next column as it is desired. Instead, by translating plain without using any software, we can have easily the desired final format with source in one side and its equivalent in the next column. There are, however, two situations when simple translation without using any software that aids the translation process cannot be achieved. One of them is extracting repetitions. Many CAT tools have this ability of extracting repetition in separate documents, and this way consistency may be assured because the same source will be always translated in the same way since it is already stored in the translation memory. This is something that simple translation is not easily to achieve because human mind cannot follow such a huge quantity of information. The other important feature of bilingual documents is the option to perform a machine quality assurance. That might seem inadequate, but in reality, a machine can spot errors that are much more difficult for human mind to achieve. For instance, we can check files with QA quality assurance for inconsistencies, for double blank, and in such program for QA check that can only verify bilingual files, we can spot immediately errors that were performed during the translation. For instance, we may have inconsistency in target or in source. First one meaning the same sentence was translated differently with its occurrences. The second one meaning a different source was translated in the same way. So something must be wrong there. Also, some tags may be checked with many softwares because if the tags, as this is the case here, the tags are not identical in target as they are in source, then we may have troubles in formatting, or we may not even be able to deliver the target file. Another thing that can be checked, and those are errors that usually come from fuzzies that are not well checked during translation, are numeric mismatch that a program for QA check can check obviously better than human mind. And we can also check double spaces or spaces at the end of the segment that can be spotted with find replace, but a program can do them in one click of the mouse, while those type of errors cannot be spotted in clean files, in files that are translated without the aid of any software.